Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Hello everybody, everyone in chat, how's it going? And welcome to another live stream as we're covering the Man City Leicester game. I literally just went out of the room for 2 minutes because I got home late and I see that Mahrez has put City 1-0 ahead already in the first 5 minutes of the game. I don't think there's an assist. If someone can let me know for definite. I'm going to quickly sort the chat out. For some reason it doesn't seem to be working. But how you guys are doing as well? A lot to talk about today. I know that there's a lot of people angry with the events that unfolded in the Spurs game. No assist. Here we go. No assist. Well, apparently it was a worldie. I know Bruno wants to say a few words. Hopefully you guys won't hear the TV in the background. I'll turn it down a little bit. 51 points for Salah captain, Aubameyang and opponents to go. You're just showing off now, Simon. Come on, KDB, I need a masterclass. So I'm going to watch it. I need Sterling to score me double points, man. I really do. Really do. It looks like City have been the majority of the possession, as you'd expect. Just waiting for the standard handball penalty in this game, says Matt Henley in the chat. By the way, guys, the live stream or the live match text chat in Discord earlier on was mental during that Newcastle Spurs game. Had Son captain. Oh, mate. I feel so sorry for you, dude. I don't know why. I only got to listen to it on the radio because I was driving, but was there any real reason why Son was subbed off? Was he looking tired? Was he flagging in that game at all? Because I'm a little bit confused. I know he's played a lot of minutes, and I know the fixtures are quite congested, but I just want to know if anyone actually knows the main reason, if it was purely resting. Look at that. Sterling and De Bruyne are not involved in that goal. Hamstring, was it really? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hamstring. Oh. KDB looking to make it run. Let's see how City are pressing well. KDB's in a nice advanced position here. Mahrez in through to KDB. KDB looking to whack it in. Goes back to Fernandinho. It's away by Harvey Barnes. I'm 9 minutes and 14. If anyone wants to come and join me on the show, if one of the guys, I know if Paulie's available, you feel free to jump in with me. I know that you're normally ahead of me. Son Tamara is incoming, says FPL Mechanic in the Discord. Nice defense. Yeah, not too bad. Below. Sterling looking to run through. That wasn't a foul. That wasn't a foul. He went down really easy there, Johnny Evans. Keeper still saved it anyway, it doesn't matter. Hello to Mr. Eki, who's watching us on Periscope. How you doing, mate? Physio room says thigh injury. Well, if it is a hamstring, he's going to be out for a little while. How's Sterling playing? He's looking all right, man. He's looking all right. He's certainly playing in that striking role. Will we have more drama from VAR in today's game? That is the question. The thing is, City's defence aren't that great, but if you've not got the possession of the ball, it doesn't matter, does it? And that's generally how City play. No, Matt Henley, I think it was a red card to one of the backroom staff. I didn't hear this. I didn't hear the Mourinho interview either. If anyone can let me know what he said, because I just arrived home when Mourinho was coming on for the interview. Long ball over the top to Sterling. Dealt with by Evans. City retain the possession on the left-hand side now. Back with Ake. Garcia. I see a few more goals in this game. It came from Twitter, Simon, like a lot of the rumours. Should I keep Doherty? Jones, I wouldn't go anywhere near Spurs. That's my own personal opinion. Mendy on the left-hand side looking to go past the defenders. Oh, Rodri with a shot over the bar. The new rule will turn away a fair few football fans. I mean, it's just... We will talk about that at half-time, to be honest with you. We'll talk about that. Essentially, it's you either like it or you don't. You either like the new rule change or you hate the new rule change. Certainly going to mean there's going to be more of a... Instead of last season where there was goals getting disallowed, more this season there's going to be more goals or penalties given. You'll hate it until it works in favour of your team. Yeah. It's the handball change, blah, blah, blah. The handball. About it being your arm being in an unnatural position anywhere than other by the side of your body. So it means if you jump for the ball or you're running or you're doing anything like trying to block a shot, you must have your arms behind your back or to the side of your body. Otherwise, VAR will look at that, and if it hits your arm, then it's probably going to lead to a penalty. Like, I don't even know what... I honestly don't know what the coaches need to say to the players now. Like, it's... I don't know what they're meant to say to the players. Are they meant to say, like, from now on, just put your arms behind your back? It's like, because you can't do a lot of your... Have you ever tried to play football with your arms tied to the side of your body? Like... I made a joke in Discord that we should literally rope up players' arms or gaffer tape them like to the side of their body, like defenders, essentially. And then when they fall over, they can't put their hands down. They just fall flat on their face. Tottenham should be, Paris will Lascelles, but I'm sure Boona will jump in half time and talk to me because I actually didn't watch the game, so I had to take on board what I was saying on the radio. But definitely seems like there isn't consistency. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's playing up front, but he's dropping deep as well. Game's gone a little bit flat. It's not it's not a high pace game. Now City have got a goal. It's kind of like the urgency slowed a little bit for them. Yeah, it was by his side. Matt. It was Calvert-Lewin. The handball there was. He had his arms by his side, so I guess they give him the benefit of the doubt. They just need to go back to the time where there's not a deliberate handball, Oh, Sterling! Oh, Morris to Sterling. Sterling shoots it straight at Schmeichel. It was a hard angle, though, to be fair. It was a hard angle. They just need to go back to the way where, like, if a defender is in the box, you've got to allow defenders to be able to go in for blocks, go in for headers, dive in for tackles, and risk giving away penalties themselves. You've got to give the defender the ability to do that. So therefore, the arms are going to be away from their sides. So you need to have the deliberate handball rule back. It needs to be that. Like, I can't get my head around it, to be honest with you. It's not the ref's fault, though, Joe. It's not the ref's fault. I mean, in that instance, he was actually called back to look at the monitor. The people on the radio told him that he got it wrong and it should have been a penalty, or he didn't see it. So, I mean, the ref could overrule VAR. The ref could, but it's going to take a brave referee to go against VAR. We haven't seen that yet, have we? We haven't seen a referee overrule VAR. I wonder if that will ever happen. Because obviously we've seen in the past linesmen giving offsides and the referee just playing on and ignoring it. But we've never seen a referee ignore or not go with VAR. I was unlucky. I was unlucky. I put Werner captain and I put Callum Wilson on the bench. Oh, Francis, why did you put Callum Wilson? Who did you play with Callum Wilson? Jones bloke, surely you can determine whether handball is deliberate or not. Yeah, but that's not the rule, is it anymore? It's not the rule anymore. The laws, I keep calling them rules, but the laws of the game, as they are in the moment, are slightly different to what they were before. Anything that touches a hand is a handball. It's black. That is literally it. As long as it's like, there's a few caveats that the hand needs to be, or arm needs to be, in an unnatural position, which is very much open to debate. Something about deflecting the course of the ball. There's loads of like caveats to that, but essentially anything that touches the hand is going to be probably given as a penalty now. Yeah, from now on, Kishai says, from now on, strikers will need to practice to hit it at the defender's hand. Don't need to worry about shooting for goal, guys. Just try and hit the player's arm. Cheers, David, man. Cheers. Could be 4-5 to City. Come on, Foden. Brez the first 3 weeks of blanking with Werner and Martial, finally pulling the trigger on the wild card. Well done for being patient, dude. Well done for being patient. JWL is already saying Sterling blank, inject it. Well, it's only 20 minutes played, or 21 minutes, 20 seconds played. Yeah, Jones, at this rate, all the fans and all the managers are going to be up in arms about it. Do you think they should decrease the penalty goal to 2 or 3 points in FPL? I don't think we're at that stage. I don't think we're at that stage yet. But if things carry on the way they're going, that could definitely be Tielemans with a yellow card there for pulling back KDB on the break. Gonna wildcard to get every penalty taker in. Brew, I saw that on Reddit actually. Someone made a team of penalty takers. It actually looked pretty good. What's the news? Have we got any updated news on Prudence? I don't think we would. I think we would have, but I think he's fine, right? Good evening, Gabriel Derop from a sad Son captainer. I messaged you earlier on in Discord, Gabriel. Thoughts on Barnes? Good player, lively, good price point. I just think a lot of people are looking at others. In that midfield, it's that midfield price where like people are getting on Rodriguez, maybe even looking at dare I say it, Greenwood. But I think, if you got the price, you've got the money for him. He's definitely a good option for you. Oh, Leicester really playing compact at the back. City just trying to break them down. Has Sterling scored yet? No, not yet. I need Sterling to score so bad. Especially after last night with what happened in the Chelsea game. Bringing in Werner for a -4 was... I was watching that Chelsea game last night and I literally was just shaking my head because he was playing like wide, out wide left. He played wide right. He was playing CM, and like it blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. Hey, Firetog, what's up, man? Leicester's shape's looking pretty good. Pretty disciplined at the back. I know they're 1-0 down. City are sieging the penalty area at the moment. Garcia getting tackled. Left wing back, Werner, yeah. Cavalier and Jimenez are the only strikers I trust. I think at this point... Oh, Paulie, you give him... How's he missed? I'm guessing he comes close then. Well, thanks for spoiling that for me. Morris leaves it for KDB. KDB through. Oh. Fernandinho on a plate from a KDB free kick. Straight at Schmeichel. On the head. Straight at Schmeichel. If it had gone left or right, it would have been a goal. Oh, Vardy. Oh, that was close. Just in. That was leaky. That was close, man. City almost got undone at the back. Vardy just touching it and actually takes it away from the danger area because Justin was right behind him. Favorite Premier League kit this season, says Sam FC in the chat. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like... I'm thinking. I like the Arsenal away kit, isn't it? The one that's kind of... Is it white? It's white and it's got all like the marble effect. I thought that looks really nice. Hi, Hookie. It looks like it, Akshay. I believe it was a thigh injury or a hamstring injury. My wildcard might be all for nothing if Sterling captaincy doesn't pay off, says Nicky O'Donnell. We're less than 30 minutes into the game, Nicky. Come on. It's, Don't brick it yet. Wait until the 80th minute. Then you can start bricking it. Hey, Lactic Man. By that point, he probably was be subbed off. Why didn't Justin shoot? I don't know. Tyler probably should have hit it first time. It's good, though, because I've got him on my second bench, so I don't want him to do anything. Oh, I was just watching back that Mahrez goal. That was amazing. Richarlison and DCL, both good options, Brez, the Fez. Richarlison's on penalties, though, so it might be worth that extra mil. Well, he's not an extra mil now, is he? Less than that. So I think with Richarlison, it could be the man to go for. If you haven't got Calvert-Lewin in now, I'd definitely go for Richarlison. Hi Jason. So you played your wildcard for an Everton defence double up. Well done, mate. Mina will reward you for that. Two handball penalties at Rangers today. Handball pens are going to be the big thing this season. Get penalty takes from your team. Says B. Blair. Yeah, that's what we're seeing so far. I have Captain De Bruyne. I'm gone 20 points. You better do some good, says Anne March. Don't worry. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Seeing Spurs unable to keep a clean sheet in 3. It's time to move Doherty out in favour of Wolves. The irony. I just want Sterling so mad to score, guys. We all need to pray to the FPL gods together for Sterling to score. City look like they've kind of taken their foot well off the gas after the first 5 minutes. That's how I see it right now. Sit on Werner. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. I mean, it depends how much of a knee-jerk you are like me. I did it last night. As soon as West Brom were 3-0 up, I thought, I can't trust Chelsea. I can't trust Tottenham. I can't, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham and Man United, I'm not getting. I'm not going to get worked up about. Dijon Checo, Sterling, seat, captain. Nice. I need Sterling sub 58 minutes to see my reaction. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't think so, Jarman. I don't think so. Why do you want to get Kane out? Werner to Richarlison, Kane, Sterling. That doesn't work. Mark Burns, I'd rather not have Sterling score, to be honest. Was Werner bad yesterday? I missed the game. Yeah, well, it wasn't the case of him being bad. It was just that he was not playing anywhere near the attacking position that you'd expect one of the highest scorers last season to play. Hey, Dread, what's going on, man? Just sick of Spurs as a Spurs fan. I think it was very, very hard done by today. By all accounts, Mourinho didn't like it. I think it was down the tunnel as soon as that decision was made. Vass, absolutely. Anyone that's loving it so far, because it's maybe, it's just not affected your team, but it will affect your team guaranteed at some point in the season. And it's gonna going to be interesting to see what all the experts say about it. But it's all right, guys, because at least they're checking the monitors. At least they're checking the monitors. At least they're doing that now. De Bruyne. Oh, what a ball in by De Bruyne away. Marty with the clearance, and it was going straight to Sterling's feet. Sterling would have been there to tap that in, but Amate, well cleared. Walker on the right hand side, looking to drive it in. Comes back out to Mahrez. Yeah, pro form. After the game's finished, I'll get a couple of people calling in. During the game, I want to concentrate on the game. I think we're going to have Boona joining us at half time. Did Mourinho make a mistake taking Son out? No, not if he was injured. See, you're just passing the ball around like it's the 89th minute right now. They're just not even really bothered about going forward. The ball is on the halfway line. Oh, Werner getting clipped there by Tielemans. Tielemans on the yellow card. He's got to be careful. Ulrich says there's been a goal, but it's been called offside. Oh, right, okay. So I'm about 30 seconds behind you or so. Another KDB free kick. Leicester aren't looking very good at defending set pieces. But to be fair, Rodri was miles offside for that one. Jose on the penalty. I'd rather give my money to charity rather than give it to the FA after being fined. Penalty to Leicester? Really? You guys are miles ahead of me. Harvey Barnes to Vardy. Vardy getting tripped and it's a penalty. Right. Right, I'm not gonna read chat. What is going on here? So the first real chance for Leicester, Jamie Vardy gets tugged back by Kyle Walker in the penalty area, and it's an easy decision for the referee to make. It's a Stonewall penalty, that is. Jamie Vardy then for Leicester, looking to even up the odds. This might make the game interesting. He's only missed one in the last 5 penalties. He sent 3 left and 1 right. Let's see which way he goes. Jamie Vardy's probably going to go to the keeper's left. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. What a goal that is. What a brilliant penalty. Right, well, at least we know now that City have got to come out and attack. Because they were looking pretty damn lethargic before that. Oh, passing the ball around the back again. It's like, come on. They're playing to half time already. Get some movement. KDB, come on. Here we go. Rodri out to Mendy on the left hand side. Foden. Back to Mendy. So at the moment, Leicester is dealing with everything that City have put in the box. In open play, that is. Foden on the left hand side now. Back to Mendy. Mendy inside. Fernandinho tries to clip it out to Foden, but he couldn't reach him. Darren, don't start saying stuff like that, man. He'll get a goal. Come on, let's be positive. Oh, a great play again by Harvey Barnes in that build-up to the Leicester penalty, though. Nicely weighted ball into Vardy in the penalty area. Well, Kyle Walker, I mean, he's been found out again, hasn't he? Sterling running through and he gets bundled out, but it's not a foul. James Justin now with Leicester on the left hand side. Rides the challenge, but then loses the ball to Fernandinho. It's now with KDB now running at speed into the Leicester half. He's got Sterling to the left of him and he gets bundled over. But again, the referee's uninterested. He kind of ran into the player there, KDB. No appeals, no protests. And we're back with Mendy on the left-hand side. I love it to see it if Leicester hold it to 1-1. Oh, Harvey Barnes. Well played by Garcia. That was actually really good defending by Garcia there. Who should I get to replace Martial? Jimenez, Ings or Vardy? Huh. Reliability, Jimenez. Explosiveness, Ings. Penalties, Vardy. The popular move at the moment is Jimenez. That is the popular move at the moment. Vardy won the penalty for Leicester, Cameron. 3 Sterling goals would be everything I need. They're all on pens. Oh yeah, sorry. So I'm just basically Vardy is stat, like someone mentioned in the chat, stat buster. He'll get you goals. But yeah, I still would prefer Jimenez and Ings over Vardy for the value for money. It's for me, it's the value. What's the game week score? What's the average score this game week so far, guys? Someone able to bring that up? Sterling running into nothing there. $24. By how many players playing? I don't know what the average amount of players that have played is. Zaha's a big troll. Yeah, nothing new there, man. He's always been a troll. 25, 24, so 25 points, top 10k, 6.6 average players played. Okay, interesting. Nope. So it's half time, and what can I say? That was pretty dull from City. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting maybe an exciting game when I came on back into the rooms to see that Mahrez had scored in just over 5 minutes on the clock, or whenever it was, and City have been pretty lackluster and got caught out on the counter-attack. I loved your rage transfer vid last night. So glad I wildcarded this week, not last. Everyone's it seems like a lot of managers are treating every week like a wildcard week. It's like sometimes you got to give players a chance, you know? This season has already seen 20% of last season's penalty total, and we've already in game week 3. Vardy won the pen. So hopefully we'll get Boone to come on this half time just to chat about the Spurs game, because he'd probably watched it, and to talk about the application of the new law this season. Ben Dinnery's tweeted out saying it's bad news for Son owners. It's an injury. We'll have him out for a while. It's a hamstring. That information coming from Ben Dinnery and Spurs. Boone's in the waiting room. Let's bring him on. Hey Boone, how you doing, man?
Hello.
Hello, dude. You right?
Not really, mate.
Yeah, I know, right? It's game week 3. It's game week 3, and you're already starting to see a lot of people losing their patience with this new law, and a lot of football fans criticising they're criticising VAR, but I personally think VAR is not the issue. I think it's this rule that's the issue. But having not seen the game and only hearing it on the radio, I just was in a bit of disbelief, and that was without even seeing it. Boone?
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, what is a player supposed to do if they've gone up for the ball and the ball's hit them against their arm whilst the player's turned around? Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely ridiculous. It wasn't like he's doing star jumps and his arms are like 3 meters either side of him. They're to his side, slightly out of his, body, but it's just ridiculous. It's so frustrating. I know as a Spurs, I'm not even annoyed as a Spurs fan or Spurs not winning. I'm annoyed as a fan of football. Regardless of the team it is, of course it's going to make me feel more passion because it's Spurs, but generally speaking, I've got no words, mate. Honestly, it's pathetic. The rules messed up. It's ruining the game.
Essentially it's ruined the game. The natural love of the game, is it going for you? Is it starting to go?
Yeah, definitely. If they don't make changes, man, like a lot of people are going to lose interest. Honestly, I know that the rule's the same for everyone. I completely get that, and it could go against anyone. But like you said earlier at the start of this stream, Jason, people are going to start exploiting it and deliberately, try and aim for the hand and stuff. The game's already gone for me. I was speaking to Benji in the Hangouts earlier, and he was saying apparently when the rules changed, it stays for at least 1 year or something. I don't know how much truth there is to that, or whether they can change it. But I hope they do change it.
I don't think they can change it. I don't know what the actual ins and outs of that is, but the thing is, laws of the game are designed to ensure that the game is as fair as possible. So that the length of the game dictates, the offside. Obviously, everything really around the laws of the game is designed to try and keep the game fair, in my opinion. And this rule saying that basically if it touches your hand, it's handball no matter what. Essentially that's what we're seeing. Our coach is going to have to tell their defenders now, keep your arms behind your back. When you're in the box, keep your hands behind your back, because you can't keep your balance. Like when you're jumping for the ball, like to gain the momentum or to make blocks or to try and dive in for a tackle or something like that, you can't keep your hands to your side, and like you can't expect defenders to kind of learn to do that either. It's just like the game. The game is getting stupid now, and I'm hearing that from a lot of people. Where there are people out there who are saying that it's fine. These rules, these are the rules, and that is FIFA's interpretation of the rules.
What happened to there being a rule for non-deliberate handball? If the ball's been smacked at you from close proximity, what on earth are you supposed to do?
Yeah, like can you imagine? Like, so it's like if you're a defender in the box and the ball's ricocheting around and it hits 2 or 3 players or something at high, fairly rapid speed, and then it ricochets off the ground and you've got your hand away from your body, essentially that's a penalty.
What I can
Like,
understand is if that happens, a ball's hit against your hand and it's slightly away from your body. If that's a goal attempt and it's heading into the goal, I completely
yeah.
get it. If it's in front of the goal, I can understand that. This makes
Mm.
absolute no sense to me, Jason. It's ludicrous.
Ball to hand, like, yeah, it's like that was the right, sensible way of doing it. Like, for example, if you've got no chance of getting yourself out of the way or your hand out of the way, then the benefit of the doubt should always go, in my opinion, to the defender in that instance, because no human being can react fast enough to get their hand out of the way, and they're talking about it. They will be talking about it. Or that's what everyone in the football community will be talking about this weekend. They won't be talking about the football. They'll be talking about the laws of the game. And it's just the same old story. We were doing this last year, but it wasn't over the handball rule. It was just over VAR in general and its interpretation. And it was about, goals being, it was offsides, wasn't it? And it was disallowing goals. But now we were seeing VAR like down, using like those lines down like a microscope, and they're criticizing VAR's decisions on some of the offsides they're making. This year, it's all about handballs.
But VAR's improved a lot this year, and I like the fact that they're directing the referee to use the monitor. Brilliant. But at the same time, the referees have got no balls this year. None of them are actually making their own decision. It feels like they've done it as a kind of bureaucratic process where, we're showing that we're doing it. But the referees are just going to make the same decision anyway that VAR have kind of, suggested.
Why is it called video assistant referee? Like, they're not an assistant. They're there to kind of tell the referee to do his job properly, or but in the eyes of the law of the game, which we should respect in case. But I do think that the issue stems from the rule change, and I think everyone can look at it that way. It's a hard job at the best of times for a referee to see everything that happens on the football field. Now there's all these cameras there. Now VAR is a thing. The game should have become easier for a referee, but I now think the game is just becoming an embarrassment for the referee, because a lot of the time the referee, if you watch the games, a lot of the time the referee, he gets something through his ear and he's as confused as we are. Like, he's being told one thing, you see his face and he's like, okay, right, go to the monitor, right. And it's just like, I said it earlier on, we've not seen a referee turn around and say, no, I didn't believe that was, you can't even use the word intentional anymore. We've not seen a referee turn around and say, no, I don't believe that in the laws of the game that was a handball. Like, so it'd be interesting to see if that does happen this season, where the referee actually doesn't.
The referees aren't empowered enough to make their own decision. Well, they have to abide by what they've been told or what they've been taught. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if that's entirely true. I think the referee is the ultimate rule. Like, I believe the referee, or I'm as far as I'm aware, the referee has the final say. But I guarantee if they opposed what they were told, they would be sanctioned and they would get into shit. 100%. Yeah, they'd be demoted or something to
They're too frightened to use their initiative. But VAR aside, this afternoon's been very frustrating.
What happened? What happened?
I'll give you an overview. First half, we were brilliant. We could have been 3 or 4 up. Kane had 3 or 4 goal attempts, saved well. Son hit the crossbar 2 or 3 times. We should have been out of sight. We have ourselves to blame for not putting the game to bed. And 1-0 at half time, Newcastle were lucky to be in it. Second half, Son's injured at half. He picked up hamstring injury. He's out for a while, apparently. I don't know where he picked it up. There was no signs of it in the first half. Second half, we played like we were down to 10 men. I kid you not. We were terrible. We were woeful. I bought Son and Kane in my wildcard. That makes it all the more painful. But without Son, we're gutless. Until Gareth Bale comes in, I think that might help a bit. But until Lucas Moore is in that side, we're going to be shocking. I'll be getting Son and Kane out this week for a -4. Without Son, I'm not having Kane in my team. He's got no service. The team lack it badly.
I've always said that I avoid Spurs because they're damn right unpredictable. The same as Man United, to be honest with you. I put Spurs in the same sort of goggles as Man United in terms of FPL. Like, and now Chelsea have joined that pack of teams that I just don't want to risk kind of the highs and the lows that comes with owning their players. It must be so frustrating. Like at the moment for Spurs, I mean, the highs and the lows. I mean, the goal that last week, everything was running so smoothly. Kane was, I mean, ultimately, a lot to be said about Southampton's defending. I know that
they continued from where they left off, though, Jason. That first half, they should have put the game to bed. They could have, and they should have. They played really well. The Son injury really changed the whole game, though. The dynamism in the first half, completely. They looked a shadow of themselves in that second half. Honestly, it was terrible. It was a difficult watch, and Newcastle have been a bogey team for us in recent years, and that goal was always coming. We just didn't expect it to come in the manner that it did.
People are saying in the chat about loading up on penalty takers this season because of the amount of penalties that they see being given. Do you think that that's something which is a bit premature, possibly due to the referees and the footballers?
I can see why people are doing it. Absolutely. I mean, that's the correct thing. Get them in. But a lot of the penalty takers you'll find are premium priced in their teams, apart from Jorginho, who got benched at the weekend, and Richarlison, who's a decent-ish price. Most teams penalty takers are decent price. We'll see what happens. But really difficult afternoon. But that's rant over. I'm going to get back to watching the City game. What terrible! It's been shocking so far. I've got Sterling captain and Foden.
I don't know what's going on with the City. They're kind of like they got a goal early on, and they just thought, well, we're going to walk it now for the rest of the game. We're just going to kind of just lay off the pressure and to be credit to Leicester that they knew that they had to just bide their time and catch them on the counter attack. They almost got it through with that ball to Vardy who tipped it through to Justin. Vardy couldn't take the touch properly, and obviously it was a hard one anyway. But then the goal that came through from Harvey Barnes breaking forward. I mean, I think that they need to get the urgency back, Man City. They really do. And as a Sterling captainer, I'm going to give it about 20 minutes or so before. He's been absent. He's not really done anything, mate. Final leaving thought, though. Just quick question on my transfer thoughts. I'll probably pull the plug quite soon because I've, you know me, I'm quite impatient. Son and Kane going to be leaving my team. Kane without Son doesn't work, in my opinion. Kane with Moura in the team absolutely doesn't work. So Son and Kane to Barnes and Vardy for the next two brilliant fixtures for a -4, 90% chance. What's your thoughts? And I'll ask the same to the chat. But how good has Barnes looked, by the way? Oh, Barnes, yeah. I mean, he's been spoken about for since start of the season, really. Is he 6.5?
7, mate, but he's worth every
Barnes,
penny, I'll tell you.
7, he's 7, yeah. So, for 7, I mean, he's an absolute... I mean, West Ham, Aston Villa, even the Arsenal fixture, I could see him doing something in that.
Exactly.
And then Leeds as well. It's like, I can see that paying off for you. If you don't want to go with Spurs, and I completely... Nah. The thing is, it's like... the Spurs fixtures, you got United away, West Ham at home, but I mean, you've got some nice fixtures.
We've got good fixtures, but the problem is,
what's happened to Harry Kane? What's happening to him?
Nothing, mate. Harry Kane played brilliant first half. Honestly, continued off where he left from. There's nothing wrong with Harry Kane. It's when Son went off, the team around him, Bergwijn came on, absolutely no impact. The team looks useless without Son. Son is what do you call it? The crucial player. Yeah, mate, absolutely. And he brings the best out of Kane and vice versa. Kane brings it out of Son. When Son's gone, that team is very average, mid-table at best. We need Gareth Bale to get up to speed as soon as possible.
It's not good news,
then I'll
mate.
consider bringing Kane back. But until then, no, thank you.
This injury is not looking good, and I think those moves could pay off big time for you, man. Yeah. Anyway, good luck.
All right, Jace.
Cheers.
Take care. Cheers, bye.
Looks like the second half's about to kick off. I'm on 20 points, as Akshay. I hope they don't bring that to Pion and play him up front. Come on, Sterling, let's do it, man. Let's get a goal. Did I just say to Pi? I think his name's Delap. I'm sure... Guys, chat, did I just say to Pi? What are the guys... London is red. I have no 70... Callum Chapman saying goal. Yeah, Rory Delap's shot. That shot from KDB, sorry. Wasn't very good. Right, second half started, guys. Let's see if City up the tempo, shall we? Yes, I would, Ahmed. Yellow card to Soyuncu. It's a bit unnecessary. Who have I got opponents in play? I got Alzati with 2 points off the bench. I was banking on Werner this weekend. Lampard playing him out of position. Yeah. Centre mid for most of the game. Conor Man saying consecutive weeks of 70 plus, now 17 points. The only thing I can do is predict the bank on penalties. Yeah, bank on penalties. That's what people are saying. Corner to City. De Bruyne looking to put in a cross. It's deflected. Jason, what do you do when you've had a bad game week and are panicking? I try to go out and do something else that's non-football related. Sterling for me. If Sterling doesn't blank, if Sterling blanks his game week, for me is over. I'm just gonna go and take a walk, relax. Probably Bruno for Son is going to be it's going to be the hokey cokey in and out. City and Leeds next week may be one of the highest scoring games. City are looking pretty damn they're looking pretty slow at the moment, and it looks like this Delap kid's about to come on. I don't believe it. I can't believe it. He's going to come on. Who's he going to come on for, guys? Fernandinho. Okay. Liam Delap. Where's Sterling playing? Mendy. Straight into the hands of Schmeichel. Sterling's playing out on the right hand side at the moment, which is. They're playing a 4-4-2 formation of some sort, it would seem. Oh, is this a chance? Mahrez? Wide. Selfish. Should have played in Sterling. Would Mahrez be good for bringing for Son? I could see Mahrez being benched next game. I wouldn't get in Mahrez or any City player that's at risk of rotation. You've always got that worry with Mahrez. That's the problem. Oh my God. Jamie Vardy's literally just backheeled it into the net. Wow. Completely against the run of play. Tielemans. Who's got the... Castagna, is it? Castagna again. Castagna again. Beautiful flick by Vardy. City need to get off at the blocks. They are so slow at the moment. Boone is definitely liking that Vardy pick even more now. Oh, it's wasteful from City again. I'm surprised Edison didn't save that though, to be honest with you. You took out Vardy, Simeon. Oh, man. Oh, dearie me. It's going to be one of those games, isn't it, guys? Harvey Barnes with a decent effort on goal. Good ball out to Mahrez. Justin with a great tackle on Mahrez there. Oh, God, why do I keep looking? He didn't even need to go in for the challenge. Ake was covering him. Fair play. Fair play, anyone that's got a Vardy in. Well done to you guys. Football's unpredictable. There's no movement. There's no movement from City whatsoever. I'm watching City. They're like literally just passing it around and there's no one moving in the middle. Sterling with the ball into the box. It's headed away. Oh, God, you got the ball, for God's sake. The only good thing is nobody would have kept Vardy captain, yeah, I suppose. Foden's been invisible, you're right. I've not seen Foden at all this game. I really am impressed with this Castagna guy, though. I think he's quality. I'm so done with this. There's Hakon in the chat. Hakon, you're not going to be the only one. I'm so done with this. I took out Son and Kane. Then they scored 46 points. Took out Vardy and Bruno this week. And brought back Son and Kane on my wildcard. Needs to get this urgency and let's up the tempo. That's what we need to do right now. That Delap, right? All he's doing is standing in the middle, raising his arm to try and get the ball over the top. It's not happening. What's City doing right now? Here we go. Walker with a shot from about 40 yards out. Right, okay. Foden coming off. Is that true? No longer fantasy Premier League, it's fantasy penalty league. Oh. I think De Bruyne is just not looked on form at all today. I think the problem's in the build-up. I honestly do. I don't think it's necessarily the striking. I think it's the options in attack. I think it's the fact that the City creativity has just not been there today. De Bruyne has been flat average. Mendy to Delap. Off the bar. It's better, but you can't just keep relying on... If it was De Bruyne, he's taller than De Bruyne. Vardy out, Kane in, Vardy up. Vardy out, Kane, Vardy in, Kane out. I'm raging. Well, at least Phil Foden made 60 minutes, guys. I'll tell you what, Leicester going to punish City. They are playing a high line, and Leicester are loving it. Vardy's had 15 touches. Vardy looks exhausted, yeah. 15 touches, 3 goals. Sounds like Maddison's warming up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, Sterling, what are you doing? Don't get a yellow card. And he loses the ball. Great. Oh. Oh yeah, it's team news for the Wolves game in a minute. I wonder how many people have transferred in Vardy. He's holding his groin at the moment. Oh, Sterling at the back post over the bar. Oh. Madison's coming on for Pratt. Well, guys, this is not looking good. I must admit, it's not looking good at all. Some new signings into Discord. Slippo, Proform, Karma Baby's joined as well. The Don's invited. Another member, Snidge. That's more interesting than the game at the moment. 22 minutes left. It's going to be a red arrow this week for me. I'm pretty sure of it. I got the devil's number with my back three. Just pass it to Sterling. That's all you need to do. Pass it to Sterling. I'm not being funny, but Sterling's just not doing anything. He's just like standing still. The only good thing is that it's not been one of these weeks where we've had a high scoring player that's going to punish everyone other than Vardy, who isn't in the majority of people's teams anyway. So the fact that Sterling is going to blank is very annoying. If he does blank, of course. Incidentally, it's a marathon. Not a sprint. Oh, Sterling nearly on the end of the De Bruyne pass. Harvey Barnes with a decent effort straight at Edison, though. We need the game to open up, essentially. We need the game to open up. We need Sterling to get on the end of a ball. Is he in the subs? Is he in the subs bench? Oh. What's Mahrez doing? It's not been on. They've just absolutely been off the boil today. See, absolutely. And it's not because of no Jesus in the team. That's not the reason. It's just been the fact that they've just not created anything. Oh, just too slow. Oh my god. What a goal. What a goal. Archie, you don't deserve Bamford off the bench for opponents. Not long left now. Free kick in a dangerous position. Sterling picking the ball up. Sterling taking it. No goal. Thanks, Mod. Thanks ever so much. I shouldn't read chat. I shouldn't read chat at all. I should turn chat off. That's what I should do. Oh, you've got to be joking. Nathan Ake with the goal. Mahrez with the corner assist. Well done. There we go. For the next 5 minutes, members only mode. I wasn't expecting this scoreline anyway, put it that way. Come on, Sterling. Come on. We actually got a member from this. Coolio, what are you doing? Just because you can talk. Welcome to the members, man. Everyone give Coolio a big... Oh, you're joking. Oh, you're joking. Another penalty. What is going on? Oh, guys, what is happening? What's happening to the football? What's happening at the moment? Is that Tielemans? Tielemans is stepping up. Madison's with the assist if he scores it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And it's a goal for Tielemans, making it 5-2 to Leicester City. Absolute fail. Absolute captain fail. 21 penalties so far in the Premier League. Thanks, Coolio, man. No company, no title, says Johnny. The game's gone now. I mean, I could pray for a Sterling fluke goal at the end, but essentially the game's well and truly over. Sterling's been pretty much anonymous. KDB, anonymous. Morris had good moments in the game, but again, has not been really that consistent. Scored a cracking goal early on. Delap, can't think of anything he's done. Ferran Torres, apparently he's playing. Can't believe it. Yeah, these penalties weren't down to the new rules. No. City just been awful at the back. Mendy making that bad decision. Walker making a bad decision. Garcia making a mistake. The only one that's, I mean, Ake's been alright, but they need Laporte back, don't they? Have to laugh. I can't do anything right this season, says Firetog. I think a lot of people are in the same shoes as you, Firetog, man. A lot more people than you realise. Sterling into a dead end again. Back to Mendy. And as we approach the final, well, we're now in injury time. How many minutes? I didn't even see how many minutes we've got. 4 minutes. Oh, God, so slow from City. Mahrez coming together, no foul. Game plays on. This is better from City, but it's too late. And Mahrez, what are you doing there, man? He had KDB right in front of him. Could have laid him off. Just blast it over the bar. Took out Fernandez for Son for a hit. After telling myself no hits this season, I feel dirty. It was actually not a bad decision. Son being injured, half time coming off. I mean, you can't factor that in. You can't factor that into decision making. It's just one of those unlucky things, man. Mitrovic masterclass to save my game week. I need Watkins to score a hat trick, mate. Kyle Walker, he's been awful. Kyle Walker should be dropped. I'm being deadly serious. He should be dropped. He's awful. City just don't look like they're up to it. They haven't looked up to it all game. Fair play to Leicester, man. Fair play to Leicester. My entire game week rests on a Liverpool clean sheet, says Firetog. Final whistle's going to blow any second now. Let's unlock the chat. There we go, guys. You can now talk. Let me turn off the TV and let's digest what we've just witnessed, in which a very, very lethargic Man City have been found out. Unable to muster an attack of any significance. A goal coming from Mahrez early in the first half, 5 minutes in, I think. An absolute rocket. A headed goal by Ake from a Mahrez corner. Jamie Vardy hat-trick of penalties. How many people did actually do well? Well, normally this is normally the point where we see everybody that did well post their scores in the chat, but I don't think there's many people out there that can honestly say they've done really well this week. Like, unless you had Fernandes and Vardy in your team, but what I do know is I'm massive fail with my captain. Massive fail with my captain. So anyone that's got captaincy on Salah is going to be licking their lips. Anyone that didn't transfer out Aubameyang is going to be licking their lips. Anyone that doesn't have Podence or has bench points on their... maybe you benched Walker Peters. Maybe you've benched, I don't know, Wilson or something and played Podence over them. You're going to be licking your lips because you got points off the bench. Well done to you guys. I have 100 points less, 86 is Chris Jago. I'm 20 points with 4 left. Well, I've got two left really because Podence isn't playing up. Alzate off the bench with a massive 2 points. Very disappointing. My midfield completely failing. So unless Salah, of course, delivers the goods at home to Arsenal. I think that this is... I was licking my lips after that Werder Blank. I had KDB as captain. Everything pointed at this game being a possible high-scoring game for City assets. Ndidi being out injured. Leicester not looking that convincing at the back. Today, they look pretty damn good. I mean, yeah, City did score 2 goals. But to be honest with you, one was from a set piece, the other one was just an absolute rocket. Other than that, they were pretty stalwart in their defence. They kept City out. City didn't know really how to break them. I mean, City are normally a team that can break teams down. Like, they can deal with people sitting back, playing quick football. But today they were slow. They were disappointing. And if I was a City fan, I'll be very unhappy with the performance today. I know Pep will probably be very disappointed. I take solace in the fact that even though I captained Sterling, that I know a lot of people are in the same position as me with their captain fail. So I'm not gonna get hung up about it too much, to be honest with you. Wouldn't read much into that result. No, well, Kieran, I'm certainly not going to be taking anyone out from City on my team. I mean, I've already done my transfer anyway. I still obviously am tempted to captain Sterling in that Fulham game, but I was surprised. I was very surprised today with City. I've not seen them play so uninterested before, like recently, in recent years. My defense bailed me out. My defense did bail me out. I'm doing horrible, 29 points, and then you got Saiss, Mitrovic, Trent, and Salah. Well, you got Trent and Salah. I mean, if that could easily pay off. I know lots of people that transferred Salah out. Arsenal will beat Liverpool tomorrow. The way the game is going, Owen, I can see Aubameyang getting a brace tomorrow, and them winning 3-1 or something crazy like that against Liverpool. It's just the way the week's going, you know. Meslier hero. Killen says, yeah, Killian, he was very, very good. Crazy Jack, if you're watching, you were right about Meslier. He was awesome. Party Pass says, bad week for everybody. Are you from England? Yes, I am. Kane, Werner, KDB all flops this week. Yeah. United won. They won after the game had finished. They did, yes. I get Alzate off the bench for Podence. I don't know what's going on. I'd be interested to see what the issue is with Podence. Maybe I should have took those rumours a little bit more seriously. But even so, I would have done a minus. The thing is, though, I don't know how. I mean, I would have done Jimenez. I would have done Jimenez and Foden in for -8, which would have been awful this game week. Would have been an absolute disaster if I'd have done that. So that's assuming Jimenez doesn't get like a hat trick or something now, like crazy hat trick of penalties or something. Any news on Son? Hamstring probably. Eric out for quite a while. English people are lucky to witness the Premier League. I have to say, you'll wake till 3 a.m. to see the 8 o'clock match. Feel your pain, man. Time zones are definitely a thing. Disaster again, evening, says Francis Logan. Good evening. Oh my God, Dan. Dan captain Son. That's horrible. That's crazy. I got double the points of your captain with Sterling. That's ridiculous. So unlucky, man. Really unlucky. 5T Leicester. What is this? I don't know what parallel universe we've just sucked ourselves into, but seriously, this is a very strange game week. I wouldn't be getting rid of Son, Podence, and Werner straight away. Like, not all three of them anyway. Like, unless you want to take... unless you've got 2 free transfers and it's only a -4, I wouldn't be doing a minus... Son, Podence. I'd wait to hear on Podence. And if he's out, if he's confirmed out for next week's game, then it might be worth taking a -8 if you can take a -8. I think wait, Talcol. I think the situation is wait. Podence is not in the squad, no. Barnes looked good this year for Valley. Right, so we get some callers on. See if we can take some callers tonight. I know Chameleon's been waiting for a while on the waiting room. If anyone else wants to come and join me, feel free to jump in. We are live on Discord for the next half an hour. Get your thoughts. Have you had a good game week? Has anyone had a good game week? What is your score? What is your team? Post it in the live stream screenshots. Chameleon's been waiting for quite some time, so we'll bring him in. Let's put my headphones on. Good afternoon or good evening, Chameleon. Are you there?
Hi there, buddy.
Good afternoon or good evening, Chameleon. Are you there?
Yeah, sure thing, man. So yeah, my screenshot is there.
Yeah, I've got up on the screen. I got. Where's your points? Oh, there they are. Okay, cool. 18 points from a -4 so far this game week, but the 18 points is the downside. The upside is you've got a Aubameyang in your team.
Exactly,
and you captained him. So you must be very disappointed that your that Son was injured half time, subbed off.
Yeah, and I'd already made another transfer this week as well, so I'm gonna have to take a -4 with Son again.
Who was your transfer? Sorry.
It was a Burnley defender. It was actually rubbish. I was just way ahead of myself in the week, and yeah, but.
So you're hoping really for Aubameyang to get you something, at least a goal. In that Liverpool game. You've got Salah, Saka. Very big doubt whether he'll play.
Could get the four from
Lamptey. Yeah, you got the Lamptey if he doesn't come on. You got Alexander-Arnold as well. I mean, you could still end up with a semi-respectable scoreline this week. Obviously, it's disappointing. We took a -4. Who did you take a -4 for? Sorry, because you did 3 transfers.
Yeah, so I brought in Lamptey for Tierney, and who else was it? Calvert-Lewin for Wilson, obviously, both 6 points, so nothing there.
But then you did a -4 for someone else.
Who was that? Oh yeah, that was Zaha for St. Maximin.
Right, so a negative so far at the moment then, really. Or you're going to be getting Lamptey off the bench, so yeah, it's not really paid off.
Worst week so far, but I'm still top of my mini league, so that's all that matters.
What's your total points?
151.
Okay, so not too bad. I mean, the question for me really is, who are you going to be bringing in for Son?
That's the question, really.
Well, the way it's going, Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
I'm not
sure with United, though. I know you're a fan, but I'm not sure.
I'm a fan. I'm not going anywhere near him, but the way that the game's going at the moment with the penalties and stuff, like you don't have to be. He just seems to be getting penalties out of nothing at the moment. So don't even need to be that threatening to get penalties. And Bruno's obviously the penalty taker. So
I think Mount's been good at Chelsea.
Mount has been very good at Chelsea. Yes, I do like the thinking behind Mount. Obviously, when Pulisic is back, he's got to try and fit, and obviously Ziyech as well coming back in. It's going to be very interesting. Someone who triple captain Vardy. There's going to be people out there that triple captain Vardy, like just, but they're generally like one. They're just like a 1 week sort of team or something that's been created this week or something.
Same with last week with people triple captain Son.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. I mean, I've already seen it in our mini league. We've had like someone with the same name make about 15 teams, which I had to go through and like a delete out of the league. I don't know why people do it. It's, you can't have that much enjoyment out of the game if you have to make 15 plus teams to play a free game. But yeah, back to your team. So yeah, forced a move really, hasn't it? So you've done a Burnley defender in. So who did you bring in?
I brought in Dunn for Braithwaite just because Braithwaite wasn't playing, and I just wanted to get someone that was playing.
Wasted a transfer on a defender.
Yeah.
Do you regret it?
Yeah, and the fact is I did it before Son got sent off as well. I did it like 5 minutes before half time.
Unbelievable. So yeah, you're going to be thinking about who you're going to transfer in for Son. Is anyone sort of tickling your fancy at the moment, other than obviously Bruno, who I suggested? Is anyone else that you kind of like the look of? You mentioned Mason Mount. Obviously, is a bit less money. Would you
Well,
really
yeah,
consider bringing him
for
in?
Bruno, I don't have the extra in the bank, so
Right. So
yeah,
realistically, then it's going to be like maybe Rashford.
yeah, maybe Willian. If Willian actually gets his place and he's starting week in, but again,
Let's have a quick look. I mean, ultimately, you've got Saka as well as an issue in your team, haven't you?
yeah,
I think.
I could wildcard as well, maybe next week.
Oh well, the international break coming up.
Mm.
Good time to do it. Who would I be bringing in? That's the question. The thing is, it's been such a topsy-turvy game at the moment. Like, normally you kind of see picks that are really standing out. Really, looking at your team, that price point is really interesting. Havertz is another one which people have been talking about around about that sort of 8 to 9 million price. So you ain't got money for Fernandes. Harvey Barnes being talked about for Leicester. Would you consider him?
Yeah. What about Everton? Is there any Everton in that price point?
Well, you've got Rodriguez, who's now 7.6, isn't he? Yeah, 7.6 with Rodriguez. You could bank a bit of money there to upgrade elsewhere. I mean,
yeah, if I could get someone a little bit better than Saka as well in a starter, maybe.
Well, you could do, but then you're also going to be taking another hit, aren't you? Unless
but
you mean
in advance for next week.
Yeah, you could do that. You could upgrade Saka. So you'd probably have, how much would you have in the bank? So you'd sell Son, so you'd have 9, 7.6, 8.6, 4. So yeah, you'd be able to upgrade Saka to say. Yeah, it's a really, really awkward one because Saka's gone down, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's gone down from 5.5 to 5.3.
Why did you leave him in your team?
Yeah, no, I was banking on him really, but it's my Arsenal fan bias, isn't it? I got the home check this year, got his number on the back, got to have him in the FPL.
You'll learn over time that you can't have any bias or allegiance. I get criticised all the time for wanting other teams to do well. Obviously, I'm a Man United fan, but I don't want any United players in my team. The way we're playing at the moment is not good. We're very slow style. I think we will come good. I think it will be a possible time where I will be bringing in Bruno Fernandes, but at the moment, I'm not even considering it.
I really like Van der Beek at United.
Not seen enough of him at the moment, but essentially you've got to switch off. This is what a lot of people can't get their head around, switching off from their loyalties and their allegiances to their own team and then playing FPL. FPL, you kind of have to play with a separate mindset, a different hat you need to wear when playing FPL. But yeah, that team is all very close to needing a wild card. You could take hits to get them out. I mean, you've done the Bramthwaite move out anyway. Justin's is obviously a few weeks before Pereira's back. He's going to be a headache for you. Zaha
it's when Justin and Mitchell, that's when I'll definitely have to wildcard, when both of them aren't playing.
Yeah. Zaha is obviously he's a very big troll in the FPL world. He is playing advanced, but now I think he might go out wide. Batshuayi is starting to get more minutes. I think that I think you don't necessarily need to play a wildcard now. Just get Son out and bring someone else in. Maybe bring Havertz in. I don't know. I personally don't want to advise you to bring in Chelsea. I don't want to just go against what I'm personally thinking. Like, I probably would look at.
I think I'd go for Mount over Havertz just because he's only 7 mil.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. I think it's not much between them. I think they're both gonna get you similar scores. But I think when Pulisic is back as well, I think Mount might be making way for Pulisic. Sorry, for Pulisic.
Yeah.
Zaha has a lot of issues with fouls and red cards. But it's one of those where you along with a lot of people have had a disappointing game week. The team's not that bad on the paper there. I mean, yes, Saka people, but you've got Lamptey there, possibly coming on for him anyway. So Calvert-Lewin returned a goal, and Werner was very much a case of like we didn't know what to expect. He was playing. That's another problem that could need to be addressed as well. Werner.
I'll give him another chance against Palace, but after that, I don't know. Then I think it's definitely a wild card.
Yeah, I think that's fine. People are going to be knee-jerking him out. I did already. You've already missed out on the price drop or the price rises. You don't seem to be that worried about it. What's your team value? It's probably around about. Is it less than 100 million now?
No, I think I had an extra 0.2.
Oh right, 0.2. Yeah, dude. I mean, just wait and see. Use the next few days, especially with the anything could happen. We could have an injury to Aubameyang or Salah yet, or even Trent. You just don't know. So just wait and see what happens. And and you've got the wild card intact, so you can rely on that maybe next week. Personally, I would be probably hitting the wild card. If that's me though, I'll just hit the wild card and start bringing in penalty takers right now. I'll be bringing in Bruno Fernandes. I'll be possibly looking to bring in Vardy. I know he's just hit a hat trick, and I know it's a massive knee jerk, but I'd be looking to bring in penalty takers. And it's not much of a is it 1 million difference Werner to Vardy, isn't it? So yeah, I think that's what I would personally do. I'm not saying you should do it.
Getting pens like that, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
I really like the way Leicester played today. I like, even though City were just not themselves, I think Leicester did play well.
I mean, dude, thanks for waiting for so long to come on. I'll go and get through a few callers. Camille, hope to speak to you again soon, dude.
No worries, man. Have a good night.
Cheers, mate. Thanks. Chameleon there, waiting for a long time to get on the show. I will say, though, do you think, Kia is asking, do you think Werner is playing okay, and are we expecting too much? Are we expecting too much? Probably. I mean, he was such a great asset last year in Europe, and coming to the Premier League, we kind of expected him to hit the ground running with that Chelsea team, with all them signings that they brought in. It hasn't quite happened. It's the old adage that players aren't gelling maybe as fast as what they could have done under Lampard playing him in a very interestingly different position to what he's used to playing in. So there's probably a combination of things. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Maybe it'll come good in the next few weeks. But I certainly didn't want to have the patience and waiting. He's, in my opinion, I think he's better than being just a left winger, but Lampard's obviously got better ideas on that. Signature, thank you so much for the subscribe. James Madison at 7 million inject says Coolio in there. Could be a big asset for Leicester. Can't find any news about Podence, says Peter Peters. I don't know, man. I absolutely don't have a clue. There was rumours on Twitter saying that he hadn't trained. It's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. I would have needed to take a -4 for him, and it would have probably involved me bringing in Foden, who blanked anyway. We've got 1 point, so it's just one of those things. Mahrez or Sterling at the 2. Noah, do you think Son to Rashford may be a good move? I think that it could easily pay off, but Rashford isn't on penalties. Bruno's on penalties. If you could try and get Son to Bruno somehow, I think that's a better move. I think Rashford will get you something, the odd goal or the odd assist. Don't think he's very explosive though. And in a season where it looks like it's going to be penalties galore, then I'd prefer a penalty taker in my team. Wildcard activated thickness. I'm very, very jealous, mate. No, I'm fine. It's just a bad game week. Eric Castillo, weirdest season ever. It's only game week 3, man. It's only game week 3. who could be a good replacement for Harrison for Leeds. Well, you got some points today from him, so you got to be happy. 5 point. What is he now? Is he still 5.5? Well, I would have said Podence. I would have said Podence, and I still would say Podence. But we don't know what the nature is of this injury. Let's pretty have a look at midfielders at 5.5, around about the 5.5 mark. Solly March could be an interesting one. He's 5 million. Pratt's possibly injured now. He's 5.5. That's not. Keep an eye on Pratt, because I think Pratt might be a good one. He's at home to West Ham up next. He got a goal at home to Burnley and an assist away at West Brom already. And his fixtures aren't too bad, Pratt, at 5.5. That's another one to consider. But other than that, you're very much scraping at the barrel unless you want to go and take a massive punt on Burke, who is playing out of position but has also got a really awful fixture list coming up. He's at 5.6. If you can stretch to 5.6, click. But again, he's 5.6. It might price you out. Let's bring in another caller. And Animations was waiting for what the first animation. In fact, Firetog was letting me know. But hello, Animations. How you doing, dude?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good one. How's your week been?
It's been shocking, to be honest.
Let it out. When did it start to go downhill for you? Firetog, I've just seen the order. I've just seen the order. So I've read the order. We'll get them through. Thank you so much for your help there. So when did it start going downhill for you, Animations?
Just when I started seeing the players play, really, like Son and stuff like that. I thought someone's going to do what he did last week and get goals, and Werner as well for West Brom. I thought, as soon as I saw that, my dad told me, I wasn't very happy, to be honest.
City losing 5-2. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, just shocking. I was hoping for De Bruyne to do something, but he never did, to be honest.
You've got Sai's playing in a moment. You'll be hoping for a return from him. Yeah. You're going to be faced with a headache of who to bring in for Son. Have you got an idea yet of who you're going to be bringing in?
Well, I've got a couple of questions. I was thinking, should I replace Son and get Podence, and then I have loads of money left? I could go for 3 strikers, and I was thinking doubling up on Everton.
Well, he might not be playing next week. We don't know the nature of his injury or what the issue is, because he's not even in the squad tonight. So I'll be waiting to see on that. Firstly, but I think doubling up with Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin could pay big dividends, especially with Richarlison being on penalties and Calvert-Lewin seeming to get the service to nick a goal. I mean, he's on great form now. I mean, what was the other transfer thoughts you've had with Son other than that -4?
I don't know. I don't really have loads of money left, really. I've got like 0.2, I think, left, something like that. I was thinking, the only other thing I was thinking about doing was maybe, because I got Justin on the bench, I was thinking, because as you said, Ricardo Pereira is going to come back at the end of October. I was thinking it should be Casanaje, or Casalaje, whatever his name is. And then
Castagna.
Yeah, Castagna, that's it. And then I was thinking, I'll see what's happening with Podence. If he is injured, then I may do maybe Harrison for Son. And then if I've got some spare money, maybe I'll do Richarlison. I'm not really sure already, though.
Again, it's an awkward price point, isn't it? Because you're not going to be it's not going to give you the funds to bring in Bruno Fernandes, and the options around the 7-8 million mark in midfield aren't great. You could go. You've already got Werner, so you don't want to go in on Havertz, and you've got Rodriguez, who's a very popular pick at 7.5, 7.6 now. Maybe Greenwood could be someone, or even like I said, Rashford could be someone that you'd. I don't know what your personal thoughts are on Man United. I personally don't trust them, but with yeah, the fixtures aren't bad though for United.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Because I think they got Spurs next week, and so Son won't be in that. I mean, Kane maybe will get a goal, but I'm not 100% sure already.
Ironically, I think that could be a clean sheet or a 0-0 or a 1-0 to either team. I don't see it being a goal fest. Maybe a bit of controversy in that game as well. But essentially, the team on papers for this week looks, argumentally, Mitchell, obviously for the Palace, was a question mark, but you probably paid him because you had no choice. Just scroll down to your bench. Justin, Basuma, and Davis. Yeah, exactly. So you played him really out of necessity. But on paper, your team this week looked really good, didn't it? Rodriguez, Bruyne, Salah, Son, who's scored 4 goals last week. Werner and Calvert-Lewin. I mean, it's just been.
What's it called? I did get rid of Werner for Jimenez because I saw your video about you replacing him. So I kind of copied it, but I missed the price rise on him.
Oh, you missed it. So you missed the price rise. Just wait. Just wait to hear more information. There could be other issues that you need to sort out as well. Son's going to have to go though, isn't he? And that'll be for a -4 then if you've already done the Werner transfer, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Good. Well, or you could just play Justin next. It's not great though having 5 defenders play, is it? To be honest with you. No, I'd rather take the -4 and get Son out and bring in someone else. But yeah, thanks for jumping in, dude.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, Animations. Animations there, 23 points. Gotta be feeling disappointed after that blank from Kevin De Bruyne. Like a lot of people, brought him in this week, captained him, returns 2 points. Unbelievable. It wasn't Kane, Richard. It wasn't Kane that got a red card. It was one of the backroom staff. Abraham, we don't know. What madness have I woken up to? You've woken up into a parallel universe, Harbour Boy, where Man City can get thrashed by Leicester. Richarlison or Calvert-Lewin? Both. I trust Wilson this season. I have Son and Harrison off next game. Who should I replace? These questions are getting very common. There's not a lot around that price point. There's not an absolute lot around there. I mean, there are awkward price points, especially with rises that we've seen recently. Let's bring on another caller. Let's bring on Danny 32000. Good evening, Danny. Is this the first time you've joined me on the Sunday Surgery? Hello, Danny. Can you hear me? Hello, Danny.
San Diego, US.
Hello, mate. Can you hear me, dude?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
Where are you from, mate?
Well, I'm from Serbia, but I live in the US.
You live in the US?
Yes.
So what time is it where you are, mate?
It's 11 a.m.
11 a.m. Are you glad that you woke up nice and early to watch the football today?
Yeah, I actually woke up and watched the German league and got shocking news over there that Munich lost also 4-1, similar to Manchester City.
What's happened this week? Has this been a real off week for the popular players and teams, or do you think it's, maybe we're jumping the guns on some of these players and expecting too much? I mean, people bringing in KDB, for example, obviously in your case with Son, very unlucky. Everton, are they the real deal? You've definitely got the right idea, haven't you? With Richarlison and Calvert, you'll be loving that.
Absolutely. Richarlison was a good bet. I was actually debating between Richarlison and Son captaincy. And I think due to the schedule and what Joe Hart said that Son had heavy legs on Thursday a little bit. I went then with Richarlison. Also, looking back on the last game where Calvin Lewin scored 3 goals, I think most involvement was Richarlison. He's a big worker in the front over there, so he deserved definitely a goal more last game week. And he was more my bet on there. I was actually debating not to have Calvin Lewin on and actually have Jimenez. And overall, I wildcarded actually last week because I had a fucking awful week plus with players on the bench who are injured. And I had Egan, red card. I had Bissouma, red card. And I had Dale Stevens on my bench. So I looked pretty bad on my end.
Who are you getting off the bench for opponents then? Oh, Justin, 1 point. There you go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Podence fucked me basically. I got him in because he looked so good.
Stop. Easy off on the swearing. We're a family-friendly show.
Okay. So you know how it is in the US.
Yeah. It's fine. But you've got to be pretty confident now, seeing all these players blanking, knowing that you've got Salah and Mane in your team with Alexander backing up at the triple with Liverpool. Really, I mean, you could still end up with a big green arrow if those two both fire off.
I hope so. I was debating actually between KDB and Mane, but I want actually to jump on Mane because if he performs, everybody's going to jump on him, and I'm going to catch the price rise eventually. So that makes me a little bit money, and then from there I have also flexibility to go somewhere else. I'll just keep him around. Especially
after the week we've had, if Mane was to do something, I think we'll see a lot of people rage transferring out Sterling or KDB, dare I say it, as it's very fickle at the moment with loyalty and on ownership of players. But no, your team is actually one of the better teams this week that I've seen so far. We've still got quite a few, 6 players left to play. Plus, having the benefit of a captain in Richarlison who returned for you. So yeah, absolutely, you must be still smiling. Other than Son and Mitchell, who are you going to be bringing in for Son?
Yeah, Son is a headache right now, to be honest. The usual default would be probably to go with Rodriguez or James. But honestly, I don't want to triple up on Everton already. So, and Podence is another issue. So I have to take a hit. So I had a wild card. Now I have to take eventually a hit, or
you may not. You may not, because Podence might just be this weekend only that he's been dropped for whatever reason, fitness related or maybe a slight knock. Wait and see with Podence if you can, and because that West Ham away. Are they playing next week? They're playing West Ham tonight. They're playing next week. Help me out.
Let me see.
They're playing Fulham. They're playing Fulham.
Okay, well that's a good fixture actually.
Exactly. I would rather wait before transferring him out before the Fulham game, because you just know what's going to happen if you do that. You'll end up transferring him out. He'll play the game and you'll get a haul. So just wait and see with him. Maybe do the Son transfer. Look at your options. See who you want to bring in. You've already got.
I actually was thinking between 2 options, because also the fixtures going forward might be not bad. Is eventually Pereira from West Brom, because he's involved in everything what they do actually, if they do provide some points. Barnes is an option from Leicester, which I don't. I mean, he looks good, but he's not clinical to actually provide something. In striking front, I think. But another one which nobody's talking about is Townsend from Crystal Palace. He's consistent, and would be just a placeholder. I mean, I don't know how bad of an injury Son has. I mean, the international window is also coming, so maybe gives him some time to recover.
By all accounts, it's quite a serious injury.
Oh, is it? Oh shit. Okay, then.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be quite bad. He might require surgery for it. So just wait and see on that one. Wait until we get more news. I think this is what a lot of people need to kind of calm down and do the opposite of what I did last night, and that is don't rush to make a transfer. Wait unless you're having to be like your hands being forced and you're not going to be able to afford it because of price drops, price rises. Just wait and see, because there's going to be more news coming out this week regarding Podence, regarding Son. and possibly any other players. You don't want to end up doing something now and then regretting it. Like our previous caller did when he transferred out a defender. Now he's just gonna have to take a hit because he's got the Son issue to deal with. So yeah, thanks for coming on, dude. From calling from all the way over the States. And it's your first time on the stream, right?
Yeah, it is. I watched actually last night. For me, was last night Steve O's morning stream for a split second.
Oh, and, yeah. And how long have you been watching? How long have you been watching our show for, man?
Actually, I joined recently. Actually, it's my first season FPL. To be honest, I never want to join. My buddies wanted to me a couple of seasons ago, and I said no, it takes too much time. And actually, I'm realizing how much time it takes. And then last year, I played for that reason. I actually played last year the Champions League FPL, which I actually won in my league, and I kind of prefer that because you only have so many game weeks over the course of the year. So that was actually much better. And I also watch other. I don't like to be focused on one league. It's a little bit more interesting if you have more options to follow Spanish and Italian league, and you can always come up.
I haven't got a lot of time to do that at the moment. I ain't got time to do much more than what I'm doing. But seriously though, thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining us. I hope to speak to you again in the future. We're calling from the States. We get quite a few people from the States coming on the show. It's great.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoy our content going forward, buddy. Thank you ever so much, dude.
Thank you as well. You guys doing a great job.
Cheers, Danny. Speak soon.
Cheers.
That's Danny there. We're bringing on Oscar in a second. I just want to read the chat. Blues FPL, how did you call in using the link that I just put in the chat? Did a -8 of Doom 2, says James. Who did you do, James? Semedo starts, yes. I'm going to look forward to watching the game. Wolves game has started. Yeah, I'm going to watch it in a moment. How does everyone think Fulham versus Villa will go tomorrow? I think Watkins will finally get his debut goal, not his debut goal, but his first Premier League goal. What would you do with Werner? If you haven't got anything else to do with your team, bring in Jimenez. If you've already got Jimenez, then I would probably keep him in your team just because. It depends how much money you've got in the bank, or if you're willing to take a -4. But essentially, you don't have to get rid of him. I just feel like if you've missed the price drop already, then you probably haven't got real need to get him out. Because I only brought him out for the price drop. Let's bring in Oscar. Hi, Oscar. How you doing, man? What's happening, Oscar?
Hello.
Hi, Oscar, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks, you.
Oh, wow. Pretty meh. To be honest, I've just had my captain fail on me.
Yeah, I had Werner as my captain.
But you know how that feels, don't you?
Yeah, it's not very good.
You must have been going in today nervous as wreck. Obviously, after that Son, Son substitution at half time, and obviously the City game, owning Kevin De Bruyne. What are your thoughts on today? Are you just shocked?
Yeah, I am, because when Son came off at half time, because I was watching the Spurs game, and Son looked absolutely fine in the first half, and I thought Son was going to come off at half time because we have Chelsea on Tuesday, so I thought you're going to give him rest and then play him on Tuesday because we only have a day rest in between Newcastle and Chelsea. That's what I thought. But then as soon at the end of the game, like 10 minutes after the game, I heard that he's got hamstring injury, and I honestly just got just so annoyed because Kane had a hamstring injury last season and he was out for 4 months. So it's like it could potentially be the same for Son. And
so there was nothing in the game, because I didn't watch the game because I was out actually, but there was nothing in the game that you saw that would suggest that he pulled up injured.
Yeah, I didn't see anything that... he looked absolutely fine, to be honest. He was actually very good in the first half. He hit the woodwork twice and he should have got a goal, but he looked absolutely fine.
Because normally with hamstrings, you can't really play through hamstring, you know?
Yeah, no, you can't, yeah.
So it's kind of weird whether he tweaked it just before the whistle went, or...
Yeah, has to be, maybe.
Maybe he went to sit down in the changing rooms and something went wrong. Something weird going on. Obviously, obviously don't want to wish injury on anyone, but I mean, it's just freak, isn't it? It's a freak injury, it seems, with Son. I mean, from the sounds of it. Obviously, what did you think of City tonight?
I didn't watch the game, but I was watching your
Good.
watch along.
Good. You did good that you didn't waste your 2 hours of your life.
Yeah, I didn't really feel motivated to watch the game after the Spurs game because I'm a Spurs fan. I was just so annoyed about it. But to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep De Bruyne in because I've already done a transfer. I took Werner out and brought Jimenez in, so I'm gonna have to take a -4 to get rid of Son. But I don't know about De Bruyne. I'll keep him in, but the game doesn't really sound very good from anyone owning a City player, I suppose.
But what, like we've seen, it's a topsy-turvy game weeks at the moment. Next week, you know, they could end up scoring massive, and all these people they just jump onto the informed players of the game week. They'll transfer out KDB, and what will happen? He'll get a double point haul.
Yeah.
And you know, they're against Leeds, who've been leaky. Obviously, they keep a clean sheet today. You can guarantee it. People will be transferring out KDB now already because they're so fickle. But City were way off the pace today. They were way off the pace. Pep's going to rip into them. Delap was when he came on, he didn't do anything to add to the threat. They were lacking in creativity. De Bruyne had a bad game. They rely on De Bruyne so much. If De Bruyne has a bad game, the whole game goes flat. And other than a Mahrez wonder strike and a corner, they didn't do anything. And Sterling didn't get a real chance or an opportunity. But yeah, be patient with your teams, as Shano. Absolutely. You, like many others with Son, just wait and see what to do and assess what's happening, because Podence might not be an issue you need to sort out. I don't think it will be.
Yeah, I was gonna probably keep Podence because for Son, as I transferred Werner out and bringing Jimenez, I actually have 1.6 mil spare, which means if I want, I can bring in Rashford or Bruno in for Son.
Bruno, way more than Rashford because of penalties, man.
Yeah,
God. Ask people about the penalties. It's just like we could talk for hours about the VAR and the penalties and the handballs and stuff at the moment. We ain't got the time for that, but it's just one of those. But be bringing in penalty takers, and you just know that even though it's Spurs, you can see a penalty, mate. You can see it.
Yeah, I can definitely see a pen. Although I hate to admit it, because I'm a Spurs fan, I don't want to because Spurs played decent today. But I can just, now that Son's out. And that how United, especially after the Brighton game, like how that game went out, I can just see United just getting not necessarily lucky, but just getting a pen.
You don't have to. I mean, it's just like at the moment, it's just like as soon as it strikes an arm in the box, it's like you just know it's going to be blown as a penalty.
Yeah, I know.
It's like you just see a replay and you think, oh, okay, VR's looking at this. The referee's seen nothing wrong with anything, and it's like, oh, you just know it's coming.
It kind of just takes the fun out of watching football, to be honest. From my point of view, I just don't. It's not as enjoyable as it has been before, because every time your team scores a goal, you can't fully celebrate because there's that slight thought in your head that this might be offside, or there might have been a foul involved or something like that. And then every time someone takes a shot in the box and there's a deflection and it hits a part of like the arm or hand, everyone's like, getting very, very nervous because they could easily be a penalty. So it's like, yeah.
There is a fine balance to strike, and they are way off the mark at the moment. But thanks for calling in, dude. I appreciate it, Oscar.
Thanks for letting me on.
Great call, man. How long have you been following us for, man?
So I been following you. I started following you last year, but this is my third call. So I started going into Discord this season, but I've been following you for 2 years now.
Thank you, man. Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
Cheers, dude.
Yeah, sorry. You deserve it.
Mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Oscar there, guys. Opponents out must be family related. No idea. There must be a reason for it. Most of their pens were not VAR handball calls. Are you talking about United? Yeah. Well, I think there'll be a lot of these handball penalties this season. I think you'll find. The next caller coming on is Romero Island. Good evening, Romero. How you doing, buddy? Are you there, Romero? Talk to me, Romero. What's up, dude? I can't really hear you, Romero. I believe there's an issue with your microphone. So we'll bring on the next caller, which is going to be Hookie. Hookie5. Sorry, Romero, but your mic was a bit iffy there, dude. So if we can sort that out. But hey, Hookie, how you doing, man? Hookie, you there, man? Hello, Hookie. I don't know what's going on here with Hookie, but Hookie, are you there, buddy? Talk to me, Hookie. You keep jumping out the channel. I don't know why this happens, but it seems to happen with mobile users only. Hookie, you there, dude? Hello? No, Hookie's not there. Skink97, let's bring him on. Skink, what's up, dude? We'll get through the callers really quickly at this rate. Skink, what's happening, man? Talk to me. Hello, Skink. We'll try Hookie again. Hello, Hookie. Why are they leaving the channel? Hello, Hookie. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello. Finally. We've got to.
Oh yeah, sorry, mate. The Discord was doing a bit of a weird thing on me there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, just jumping you out of the channel. So you got 20 points. You've had Werner fail, like a lot of people this game week with their captains. You're in a low score.
Yeah. There's also -4 on that as well.
Talk me through your game week and where it all went wrong.
Well, I just tried to save the wild card, to be honest, because I saw a lot of people doing wild cards, and I'm trying to sort of save it for due to COVID. And I usually try and wait till the first international break, but I'm getting to the stage now where I'm thinking I've got 3 options: I either wild card, take another -4, or I just leave it, because I've kind of taken positives out this week where I can. It's awful, don't get me wrong, but I'm looking at fixtures, and it might not be too bad. I was going into before the Man City game, I was thinking, I'm having a shocker here. De Bruyne or Sterling's going to have a worldie. And then I've just watched Man City lose 5-2. And I was admittedly going, annoyingly, because this is what it's been like since the start of the season, going Son or Mahrez, Son or Mahrez, Son or Mahrez. And then I chose Son. And then, by the way, if anyone in chat or whoever is watching this, if I choose Son, avoid, because every time I put him in, he's either getting sent off or he's getting injured.
It's really unlucky though, because by all accounts, everyone I spoke to said that he was having an absolute brilliant first half in that game. No sign of any injury, just didn't come out for the second half. I believe Bergwijn came on, was that right?
That's right, yeah. He hit the bar twice as well.
It's just so unlucky. You can't kick yourself for it. I mean, and in a different day, could have got 2 goals before half time. Obviously, on this occasion, Mahrez has come out with a goal and an assist.
Yeah.
I mean, the only solace, like me, the only solace you've got is the fact that everyone's in a same position as you, is that they've had a very poor game week. Many people getting 25, 30 points all in all, with only a few players left to play. I mean, you've got Salah in your team to cover those, people that have transferred out Salah. You've got Mitrovic, who's the opposite to my Watkins. You'd be hoping to get something in that game. I think that Watkins will get his first Premier League goal in that game.
He looks sharp, doesn't he, to be fair? Mitrovic just looks a bit sluggish, but he's one of those that just gets on the end of things, doesn't he?
He does. So you got Trent Alexander-Arnold as well, who's, we all know, if he has a great game, can get you massive double-digit hauls anyway. And you'll be hoping for a clean sheet, even though I think Arsenal might get something out of that as well. Maybe at least a goal in that game. But it's just your attacking returns from Alexander-Arnold that be hoping for. I mean, it's just one of those, isn't it? You can't really get angry because it's just football. Football is unpredictable. We're trying to play the predictions game. We're trying to work out who the best players for that particular week and get them into your team. We can't wildcard every week.
No.
And like
you can't have everyone.
Exactly. And like I said to the other caller, your team on paper, I mean, even Martial, who being a United supporter, I don't trust him, but even Martial, I rate Martial. He will get goals. but
he will. I
obviously
just feel like
slow start
from a
to the
Man United
season.
supporter. Then, sorry, carry on. Sorry, carry on.
No, carry on.
So, from a Man United supporter, what do you feel about Martial? Because I watched the game and I watched the highlights back, and I just felt like Martial was dropping awfully deep, and then you got the wide players, sort of. You got Greenwood and Rashford. They're strikers, aren't they? At the end of the day, they're
Yeah.
inside forwards, and he's dropping deep, collecting the ball a bit. I think a lot of teams are following like the Liverpool model, where you got Firmino coming deep, like bringing the defenders out of the defense, and then they're like playing a pass to say Bruno, let's say, and then he's playing the through ball through to Rashford, who, by the way, Rashford looks again, he looks class, he looks unreal and really confident. So, what do you feel about Martial? I mean, I annoyingly, I was listening to a lot, and this is the thing about the noise that everyone goes on about. I felt like I should have held on to Ings because I had Ings at the start of the season, and I had Kane, by the way, at the start of the season, and I swapped them both. Before the start of the season, I had Kane, but I moved Werner in because everyone had him. Shouldn't have done that, but anyway. But Martial, yeah, I moved him into Ings for Ings after the first game weeks, and that's
Martial will come good, man. He will come good.
Yeah,
he's a very important player to United. There's a lot
but
of
I'm a fixture man.
Yeah,
I think that I've got to go Jimenez. Surely, I'm watching this game.
Unless you're wildcarding, then your main issues with Son. I mean, if you want to do a -4 and do Son to someone else, and you could downgrade Martial. I mean, you could bring in, an Everton attacker. I'd probably go with Richarlison.
Would you? Do you think he looked good?
He's been looking good since the start of the season. Like, if you watch,
he's been on it, hasn't he? To be fair,
I've watched all of the Everton games, and I can tell you now, he's the best player up front for them.
I mean, look at Calvert-Lewin though. I feel like he does. I mean, everyone raves about him, but I feel like he does hardly anything all game, right? And then he'll just get in that 6-yard box and get a tap in. That's what you want from FPL, right?
He's a poacher. Calvert-Lewin's a poacher, and Richarlison for 0.8 more, or whatever it is, 0.7 more, is that 8 million? I still think it's great value because he's on pens. He's on penalties. And you'd expect as the season goes on, more and more penalties to be given. That's if the officials want to be consistent and the laws of the game are followed, then we will be expecting more penalties, and that's just the simple truth of the matter. Lots more controversy to come. Lots more people getting very angry at these the rules that are introduced this year, and lots more goals and assists from players that get taken out or in the box, and also penalty takers. I think penalty takers are one to eye up at the moment. And Martial to Richarlison would free you up a bit of money. And then you could do Son. Then you're going to ask me who should I bring in for Son, weren't you?
I'm just letting you know I've got $1 million in the bank. So, by the way, I've just watched. Is it Bowen score? Yeah, I think it's Bowen score for West Ham. Good goal. Absolute stinker. Everyone's going to Wolves now. Stop. Yeah. What a goal.
Sai's owners, rejoice.
It's a 4-0 assist, I think. Oh, it might be offside. We'll wait out. But, I mean, I've got $1 million in the bank and I could go down to Richarlison. And I need, like you say, it's all about penalty takers, surely, because I feel like these are professional footballers at the end of the day. Like Andy Carroll, I'm pretty sure, just headed the ball towards someone's hand today and he got a penalty. And and it's just the way it's going, isn't it? Like there's so many penalties for the last 2 weeks. I don't like Richarlison. I feel like he's a bit of a weird one, but I was thinking it's Jimenez on penalties.
It's getting to the point now where we're used to saying stuff like, oh, I need to have Man United cover, or I need to have Chelsea cover, or I need to have Liverpool cover. Soon we're going to be saying I need to have penalty taker cover. I need to have enough penalty takers in my team to keep up with these laws, the amount of VAR penalties that we're getting. Because unless something radical happens, this is here to stay. This type of football isn't going away anytime soon. So I would go. If it was me, Martial down to Richarlison, because I like Richarlison. I really do. And I think people that are doubling up on Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison might be loving life because, like you said, Calvert-Lewin feeds off the service and will put away stuff. He's a poacher in the box. Richarlison is a lot more skillful, very threatening going forward, breaks into the box, and is on pens. I think that, and the fixtures are not bad. I mean, yes, they got Liverpool, but that's going to be a very feisty derby. I could see that being goals.
Is it away as well? Is Liverpool playing away?
It's home.
So is it at Everton?
Away. No, it's at Everton. Yeah, it's at Everton.
Usually that's a high-scoring game as well. So
away at Southampton,
usually the one at Anfield slightly less high-scoring.
We all know how they performed away. Well, we all know what Southampton are like at the moment at the back. They're really dicey. Away, and I think there's goals. I think there's goals in that as well. Newcastle then away game week 7, and then Man United.
I feel like as well, like a lot of the people that are putting at the start of the season, I was thinking, right, money in defence, don't want to make pointless transfers at defence. So I'll put Doherty and Alexander-Arnold in. Happy with TAA. I'm happy with that. He's set. Doherty, I feel like I was watching him today in the box. Great, he's in there, and I'm thinking this is going to be a clean sheet. And then just what we're talking about then, a stupid penalty, and then there's your 6 points gone. And he was on a bonus point as well up until that point. So you're just like, what is the point?
Yeah, unbelievable. It's fine margins, isn't it? I mean, essentially, can you do Son to Bruno, Martial to Richarlison? Just question. Just a question.
Son to Bruno. Yeah, I'm looking at Son to Bruno and Martial to Richarlison.
Richarlison.
I'm just gonna have a quick look.
Because that's something which I would probably do, to be honest with you.
I mean, it sounds great, to be fair, but obviously Martial's now taken I've got loads of price drops all over my team.
Yeah, you've missed out on if there's a few drops, haven't you?
Oh, hang on. 10.9, yeah, I can.
You can. Well, that's what I would personally do, because you got 2 extra penalty takers in your team. And
that is a great shout.
They're players who aren't going to be dropped for their teams, and they're going to get 90 minutes. Yeah.
Here's a question for you then.
Yeah.
So why don't I? Because I've just seen what money I've got. But why don't I drop down to DCL, and then can I afford De Bruyne?
Then you'll be doing a -8.
I can get Sterling in. No, it's a -4. No, I'll be getting. This will be for a -4.
Son to Sterling.
So I go DCL, Martial to DCL.
Yeah.
Son to Sterling.
Boom. Yeah, that's another option. Yeah.
But then it's the penalty takers, isn't it?
It is. It's the penalty takers, but do you rate Sterling more than Bruno? There's a lot of people that do. So it's just have a think about it. Have a think about it. You got plenty of time to think about it. You got another 5 days before you have to worry about anything like that. Sterling is overrated, to say. No, he's not. He got 20 goals last season. I would say wait, find out how the rest of your team perform this week, and assess it sort of like later on. Don't do it now.
Cool.
Cheers, man. Thanks for coming on, dude. Cheers, Suki.
Cheers.
That was Suki, guys. Listen up. I said to my wife that I'd be finished at 7:00. We've moved on. We've gone to 23 minutes past. So we're going to have one more caller who's be on in a second. Semi-sweet. I want to bring Semi-sweet in. Semi-sweet, how's it going, man? I'm just going to bring him on, then I'll bring on Anurag. How you doing, Semi?
All right. Hi, Jason. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Gaming's actually been going a lot better for me than most people, but still kind of been a disappointment for some of our assets.
Rashford, Harrison, Calvert-Lewin, Kane, Wilson. Wow, dude, you've done all right. You've done really good. Your captain's been awful. You've done really good. You're going to be getting a nice green arrow this week, dude. Nice green arrow. Obviously, size conceding, which is very disappointing. But yeah, dude, you can't be moaning. You can't be moaning at this point.
Can't be moaning, but it's about what's next.
What's next?
Gameweek 4.
I don't think there's anything in your team necessarily that you need. I mean, Kane, obviously, we had Boone on the show earlier on, said that Kane obviously performs worse when Son's not in the team. could be
That's
considering
playing
it.
on my mind a bit.
Yeah, you've obviously got Rashford
Especially
there,
because
who looks really good today.
it's going to open up. Yeah. Just the thing is, Kane out is going to open up so much money. Do you want to take another -4? I mean, why not? What I am looking at is, since Harrison can't play against Man City, I have Walker Peters coming in for Dallas, but Harrison can't play because it's a sparring club. I will have enough money to upgrade him to Harvey Barnes.
Oh.
If I get Kane to Ings.
Kane to
And
Ings.
it seems like Ings is due a rise as well, so I could catch that.
Ings of West Brom is definitely tempting, man. Really tempting. Yeah, that's
He's
probably
on
not a bad
fire.
shout. To be honest. It's not a bad shout. He's in good form at the moment. Against that West Brom, sorry, and then after that, it's could do something against Chelsea. Yeah, go for it, man. Go.
He could get a lot against Chelsea. Yeah, Kane to Ings opens up so much.
Or Jimenez, one of the two.
I don't know. I'll keep watching the Wolves game tonight and see if I'm tempted.
See if you're tempted.
I think Ings is going to be a lot more explosive, because the thing is, it's almost perfect. Ings and Jimenez both are playing the worst defenses in the league next week.
Yeah.
At home as well.
Nice problems to have, though. I mean, you got a nice score today. You can even take a -4 because you're like 20 points ahead of the average. So, yeah, dude, you can live life.
Hope Wilson. Burnley at home is a okay fixture, and then after that, I'm looking at Maupay, Watkins, maybe even those two mainly. I'm looking at.
Semi, thanks for coming on. I'm going to try and get call short because I've got time constraints here. But we need to talk about we need to talk about that thing as well. I know we've got.
We will.
We'll work something out. We'll work something out. Yeah. Cheers, dude. Thanks,
See
buddy.
you.
Right, let's bring on a last caller of the day, which will be Anurag, who's not there, so it'll be Dino. Dino, you're the final caller tonight. How's it going, man?
Hey, man. Hello.
You're in a menagerie. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Great show.
Thanks. Shame about the score. 5-2 to Leicester. You didn't see that one coming, did you?
Actually, man, I just put Leicester was 10-1 before the game, so I had a couple bucks on that.
What? No.
Yeah.
You captain De Bruyne, so you can't have been that confident.
Nah, it was definitely not gonna captain Son, and I definitely wasn't going Werner, so it just ended up on De Bruyne. Process of elimination.
So you'd be hoping for Mane to do something tomorrow.
Yeah, Mane, Mitrovic. That's all I got. That's all I got in the tank, man. Nothing left.
So they're playing Tuesday. No, they are playing tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah. You got Mitrovic and Mane. Are you happy with your score?
No, man. It's not good. I missed the captain. I missed my captain 3 times.
Dude, you can't be saying no. You got people that have got 25 points less than you. This game.
If Salah,
an absolute blast.
If Salah scores 1 goal tomorrow, everyone's gonna be happy. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be happy, right?
Not everybody owns Salah. It's 37.9% owned. That's quite low for Salah. And I would argue in the top 10k, top 100k, he's probably not as highly owned as you think. So I think it's not the be all and end all. And the fact that you've got Mane, I'd be more happy owning Mane, knowing that if he does something, your green arrow, which you're going to get already, is going to go very green. So yeah. Ultimately, this is just a case of getting what to do with Son, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay. Well, I tried to spread the team so I cover all the big teams. That's what I did initially. My overall long-term plan is get the cheapest defenders that are starting, so I can have big guns in the front 7. So that's really what I'm going for long-term. I mean, Son has to come out, so I'm looking at who's gonna come in for Son. I'm thinking Aubameyang, but then
how much money have you got in the bank?
Somewhere else. Right now with this, I probably have like 0.3, I think, or 0.4.
That's an awkward price point. I was talking about the other callers. You can't go premium. You're kind of just below premium, so you're going to have to look downwards around the 7.5 mark. Rodriguez sticks out to me for Everton.
Yeah, good option. But I was also thinking if I sell Son, I could just bite the bullet and get rid of Werner, and that opens up options. So
that does, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait
But then
and see, man.
Today I saw Amati, is that his name? Amati. Start, he's 4.0. So these are the guys I'm keeping on my radar to get like cheapest defenders.
Yeah. Oh man, nice dilemmas though. You've got a nice score so far, and it'd be very nice if Mane was to do something for you tomorrow. Good luck with that one. Very weird game week for a lot of managers, and obviously they'll be very envious of your score. Cheers, Dino. Cheers, dude. Guys, we're going to cut the calls short now. 7:30. I've been going for 3 hours. I want to say thank you to all of you guys that have joined me through the City game. Very, very disappointing for Man City asset owners. Very disappointing for Kevin De Bruyne and Sterling captainers. I know there's a lot of them out there. Don't feel bad. It's just been a bad game week. And we'll go again next week. Stay tuned for Steve-O doing a stream. I think he might do one tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I think I might have heard him say something like that earlier on today. But keep an eye out on Twitter and join our Discord channel, guys. Discord is very, very active, pushing 2,300 members. Very, very active in the live checks chat channel today. And even though the stream ends, the conversation continues in there. I want to say thank you to the callers tonight and the moderators that do an awesome job. And I'll see you very soon.